Okay, picking up where we left off, multiplying using the FOIL method, we have 3 minus 2a times 2 minus a. Again, we're multiplying or distributing first term times the first term. 3 times 2 would be 6. Outer would be 3 times negative a, which is negative 3a. Inner would be negative 2a times 2, which is negative 4a. Negative 2a times negative a would be a positive 2a squared. Okay, we might say this looks kind of backwards. Okay, there's no certain way that your problem has to be written, from the beginning, but we're still going to, say what can we put together? What are our like terms? I only have one number, but I have a negative 3a, a negative 4a, which would be a negative 7a, and bring down a positive 2a squared. Now this would be just fine if you wanted to type in the answer like this, or if you wanted to put it in descending order, you could, which would be the 2a squared minus 7a plus 6. Okay, but you don't have to. You can leave it in this order. Okay, the last problem that we're going to look at with the FOIL method is one that contains a fraction. Okay, don't worry about that. It's not nearly as bad as it looks. Okay, you've got x minus 2/5 times x plus 1/5. We're still going to use, the same rule. First times first. So that's x times x would give me x squared. Outer would be x times 1/5, which would be a positive 1/5 x. Inner would be a negative 2/5 times x would be negative 2/5 x. And then last would be negative 2/5 times a positive 1/5. Okay, let's look at that over here to the side for a minute. If it's negative 2/5 times a positive 1/5, if you are multiplying fractions, you do so straight across. Okay, straight across. So that would be negative 2 over 25. Okay, so I would have a negative 2 over 25. Now I have to, look for those like terms again, which are the middle terms. So I have an x squared. I have a positive 1/5 x and a negative 2/5 x. Okay, we're combining. They already have the same denominator, which they are supposed to if you are adding or subtracting. So if I have, again, 1/5 x and I have a negative 2/5 x, positive 1, negative 2 would give me a negative 1, and I keep my denominator. I keep the 5. Bring down the x, so this would just be a negative 1/5 x, and bring down negative 2 25ths. So this would be our answer. Okay, so not too bad, not as bad as it looks with the fractions. So this is multiplying two binomials, which is technically the distributive property that we call the FOIL method.